today. Kind of weird setup that we have. Lighting. We're eating inside today because it's raining out. Get in as close as possible.
Yay! Now,
hello and welcome
This is
to
weird.
our family vlog.
This is so creepy.
This is how we sit.
Especially the way Mommy's talking right now. It's so creepy.
And also how we talk.
Nobody creep the audience out. Thursday, happy September 3rd, 2020. You know what today is?
September 3rd, 2020.
Feels like I'm all alone.
Oh, we're right here with you.
Uh-huh.
Aren't you glad?
Uh-huh. Today is something called Welsh Rabbit Day. Some people also call it Welsh Rabbit. Basically, it's cheese toast. It's toast with like a cheese sauce on top. If you like grilled cheese, which you do, it sounds like we'd really like Welsh Rabbit.
Can we have some?
Maybe.
Not as much anymore. Now all I want to do for my birthday is not go get grilled cheese sandwiches.
Oh. Welsh Rabbit, it's funny because it's a dish that actually a lot of people like, but the origins are very confusing. It doesn't contain rabbit, and it used to be called Welsh Rabbit, and it may not even be Welsh. It might come from England. No one actually knows where this thing comes from.
Wait.
So,
What does Welsh mean?
Wales is a
Oh yeah.
country in the United Kingdom right next to England. And so some people think that it may have come from England, but people just were making a joke saying it was from Wales because a lot of people in Wales just ate a diet of rabbit and beer. And beer actually does go into sometimes the cheese sauce to make Welsh Rabbit. It's so confusing. That's it. That's the story. It sounds like something we would like to eat, but that's the day today. We celebrate Welsh Rabbit. But this goes into, wouldn't you be surprised? Wouldn't you be surprised that the Welsh Rabbit Day coincides with the story of the day I'd like to tell?
Oh, we would be. What would the story be? Wait, I have a question though.
Yeah.
Why is it today? Is there any significance to the date? Do you know?
I have no idea. Seriously, the origins are so confusing, I don't think anybody could pin this on anything. But so that's kind of the story of the day. It's all about naming things, right? It's kind of funny, you don't even know where the names come from. So Jonathan Zecker, he's a research fellow at the Australian Catholic University. He actually is mentioning like how we're all, you know how we're all feeling kind of miserable these days? Sometimes, off and on. We feel great on vacation, but we had a weird day yesterday, right? There was definitely some not great moods flowing through the house yesterday.
Is he pointing at himself, it looks like?
We were feeling, I don't know, all this stuff like listlessness, crabbiness, depression, etc., etc.
He was part of it too.
I was part of it too, for sure. I'm not picking on you. I know we're
Not
all
me,
feeling
though.
it, buddy. Yeah, Mercy's.
I was totally...
You were
Innocent.
part of it, but not like part of the trouble.
I wasn't.
Oh. That's
You were
awesome.
part of it, but not part of the trouble.
So, what's interesting is Jonathan Zecker points out that monks used to also mention feeling like this back in like the 5th century.
Wait, does that mean monkeys or monk fruit?
But which kind of monks? The monk fruit monks.
I
Okay.
don't think she knows what a monk is.
A monk is like a religious scholar.
So a monk is a person who spends a lot of time just thinking by themselves, like in about the world and just kind of meditating. Do you know what meditating is?
Yep.
Yeah. Okay.
So, but they would get kind of depressed and listless and crabby and apathetic about things because they spend a lot of time by themselves, like not with people, meditating in their room. And so that is called acedia. That is the feeling, that is a mood that they would use to describe how they felt. And so Jonathan points out in his article that he wrote for, of course I didn't include, I think he wrote it, I'll link it below, I think it's on a website called The Conversation. But he talks about how like it's important to name things. When you name the feelings that you have, you now can have more power over them to, you know, maybe they don't have as much Hacked. Are you doing an impression of me? I think that might just be helpful for a lot of folks, knowing that there is a name to this feeling that we're all having in COVID times called acedia. And by giving it a name and realizing that we've been suffering from this forever and that everybody's going through this, maybe it's not so bad. And we can have a little bit more power over it when you can kind of know what the heck is going on with you and give it a name.
That's super interesting because that's, I feel like, what meditation itself is all about, right? It's sort of listening to all of the thoughts and feelings and things that are coming into your body and then realizing that, like, they are not you, that you can separate yourself from these thoughts and just have them come in. Don't judge them. Don't, like, do anything with them. Just acknowledge them and then, like, let them go.
That's true. Yeah, like, I think naming it makes it almost like a third-party thing. We've talked about, like, the power of alter egos and third parties on this vlog before, but acedia, it's a thing. It's not you. It's a thing that it happens to people. It's not who you are.
Right.
Would you guys be surprised that the joke of the day is also about naming things?
Wow, so themed.
I know.
This show is, like, put together.
I know. So, posted on Reddit, dad jokes by Master Fubar is, did you guys know you can spell water Hijklmno?
No.
No.
Well, that's what they mean. H2O.
Oh. Kind of get that one.
That's not actually what they mean.
What do they mean?
Oh, David Blaine is ascending right now, guys.
Oh.
Watch live now. 4 minutes away for David Blaine's ascension in some balloons. Good luck to him. I never know if half these things are stunts or if we're watching magic. I think that's his goal, is to confuse us a little bit.
10, 9, 8.
We could film ourselves watching David Blaine.
That'll be
It'll be a
Oh man. Did you guys see that?
was that a real? That's exciting or not real?